up, guys? Alright, so I just got home from work and I want to go over something for beginners out there. So, I had a consultation today and I was kind of reiterating this this message that I go over quite a bit, especially with somebody who's new to the gym, and that's as a beginner, like what's the best protocol and training volume, and what should I be doing, and like what kind of program should I be on? Buddy, lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down. What kind of program should I be on, and how much is too much, and all that. And what I want to go over is basically when you first start out, you just get to the gym a couple of times a week. Training is all about training volume, and you want to start slow because your body will adapt. It's going to adapt, and so if you start off doing like 7 times a week in the beginning, like one, you're going to be sore and your body's not ready for it, but two, it's like your body will adapt to that, and then you'll have to do more to elicit a response from your body. So amazingly enough, what I tell people that are new to fitness and to weightlifting is you actually want to do the minimum amount to get the maximum result. And what that does is that prolongs the lifespan of your results. And that way you don't reach those set points and those plateaus quite so quickly. And you have continual progress, which is good. So the person who works out 7 times a week right from the get-go, or whatever, 5 days a week, pretty hard program, lifting weights, and then doing like chest day and back day and leg day, and doing that single muscle group split that they really shouldn't be doing. That's more for like advanced level, like if you're doing bodybuilding and things like that. But yeah, that person's gonna see really good results in like the first month, but they'll plateau out, and then they'll get frustrated. And whereas the person who starts off and they do 2 full bodies a week, and then they throw in a 3rd full body the second month, so they're not going to see the results like as quickly, but it's going to be long term because you have tools in the toolbox for each time that you plateau, and that's very important. I mean, I don't see a whole lot of people talking about this. That you need to dose your exercise according to your like where your experience is at. If you're brand new to weightlifting, you definitely need to start slow, okay? Because this thing is a marathon, it's not a sprint. You hear that so much, and lay down, buddy. You hear that so much, and it's really true. So what's the best thing for a beginner, to start off on? Well, I always recommend that you start off doing full body 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, so that's, you hit legs, so you do like 3 sets of 10 for legs, you do 3 sets of 10 for back, you do 3 sets of 10 for chest, shoulders, then you go to triceps, then you go to biceps, and then you finish with core. And that's a really good workout. And what you're doing when you're doing that is you're hitting your biggest muscle groups, right? And so you're gonna burn a lot of calories. It's a lot of tissue damage all over the whole body, and it's spread out evenly. And so that repair process is very expensive energy-wise, and that's a good thing. And then not only that, it's also a good thing because you can get frequency out of your training, and you're also not like absolutely killing a muscle every time you go into the gym. I mean, if you're a beginner and you go do an hour leg workout, you're gonna be fucking wrecked for like 5 to 7 days, and that's just not what you need to be doing in the beginning, and like, all these people online where it's like, oh, beast mode and just man up and fucking get after it or whatever. It's like, that is stupid. That's not like, that's just this culture that we've created, where it's just like all hard work, and you're a pussy if you take rest and all that. When you're starting out, you need to be smart, and doing full body will do that. So you're basically touching a muscle numerous times a week versus murdering a single muscle a day. So full body, 2 to 3 times a week, it's basically getting the biggest bang for your buck when you're in the gym in the beginning. You start getting into like 2 day split, like upper day, lower day, or like push day, pull day, leg day. I think that that's best like saved for down the road. I phase that in for my clients later on. So what you want to do is you start off with 2 days a week. You do like Monday and Wednesday for let's just say a couple weeks, just so you get basic conditioning, and then you can start to work into like 3 day routine, and then you have your 3 day routine where you're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're in the gym lifting, and then after you do that for 2 to 4 weeks, then you can throw in some cardio on the side. And if you notice, what you're doing is you're slowly increasing your volume over time. And what that keeps your body adapting, right? And you're not getting ahead of that adaptation. You're not out training it. One thing that's nowadays with so many people that are inspirational, and you see them online, you see pictures, and you see what people's routines are, and they've been working out for 7 years, and you're copying their routine. Well, did you ever think that that's maybe not good for you? Did you ever think that maybe you need to do a whole lot less? And it's like I started doing jiu-jitsu recently, and it's something that I really love now. I mean, it's like become like one of my favorite things, and I love it because of what it signifies. Because you walk in there on day one, and you're a white belt, right? You're a white belt, and it goes white belt, then blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, and black belt, and it's all by duration of time that you've spent on the mats, and I love that as an analogy for everything in life now, because it's so true. It's like that is so objective and so fair when you go into a jiu-jitsu room. And you should see your fitness journey as that. You keep things simple, keep things basic, and and the results will come. And they will come a lot easier if you don't get stuck in this this beast mode mindset of like more is better. More isn't always better. You need to touch a muscle, make it respond, make it adapt. You need to fully recover, and then you start adding training volume from there. It's so important. So important. Dose your volume correctly, and you will see all the success that brought you into the gym. And you just got to be patient, and you got to realize that you're on the right path, and there's so much information out there that it's very easy to second guess yourself, and you have to really do your research, and then you also got to figure out what you like to do, and what's going to keep you happy and satisfied in going to the gym. If working out really intense, like right off the bat, is what you like, well then go for it. But if you think that that's what you need to do, if you need to like walk with a cane for like 5 days after a leg workout, right from the beginning, it's like that's just not true. You're gonna be sore just from doing a little bit, and so keep your volume correct. Start small, build your volume in over time. I recommend starting with full body routines, working the biggest muscle to the smallest muscle within your workout, and like I said, touch it with frequency, and then add your cardio in to burn your calories and all that, and get your cardiovascular system going. I mean, if you're new to fitness, you might be bringing some like blood pressure problems, and you might be on medications and things like that, and you want to take it really slow. Every year, New Year's resolutions come out, and you see people that come in there and they just want to get after it, and they're running on treadmills, and a lot of people go down the first of the year. They fall off the treadmills, people have heart attacks. They're not ready for it. Not everybody can afford a trainer, and some people they read something online and they read the wrong article that says, high intensity interval training is the way to go, and you got to take all your sets to failure, and you got to do like a full leg day and a full chest day, and they go in and they start doing these ridiculous volume workouts, and it can hurt people, so you got to be realistic for where you're at, and progression in the gym and getting results and gaining muscle and getting that lean body, you need to always have a form of progressive overload within your training. It needs to be built in. And so that's why progressive overload is going to be perfectly done if you do full body, and then after a month you break into a 2-day split, and then another month a 3-day split, and or you add an extra day of training. You start off with 2, a couple weeks later you add 3 days, a couple weeks later you add 4 days. That you want that you want it to be built in, and then you want to have periods where you deload and you rest. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with rest. It takes a muscle more than 14 days to completely atrophy. Your endurance will go quickly, your muscular endurance will, and that's humbling. But you're not going to lose fibrous tissue unless you're completely starving yourself and you're not working out at all. So, you know, it's good to gas pedal down and then pull off that throttle every now and again. You know, maybe go in there and you know, a good way to deload is to do like 60% of the total weights that you were doing. You know, so if you're doing 100 pounds on some type of a press motion, do 60 pounds for 1 week. Let your body recover and fully adapt. You know, and take that week as an opportunity to just have good solid technique, and then you get back to it, and then you rev that intensity up again over the next training cycle. So anyway, I'm starting to get long-winded. I hope this helps, and I hope it clears some things up. If there's anything that any other questions you have, please email me, ask them. You know, maybe I can cover it in a video if you find value in it. But take things slow, make them enjoyable. You know, you want to get the biggest bang for your buck when you're in the gym, and just keep that balance, okay? And you know, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.